Brilliance Audio presents Indigo Hill by Liz Rosenberg, performed by Tavia Gilbert. Alma Johansson was the most upbeat dying person at UMass Memorial in the rundown Bell Hill area of Worcester. She wasn't happy to receive the grim diagnosis, of course, but she accepted the news calmly, with something like satisfaction, as her older daughter Louisa later remarked. After the doctor finished his long, careful explanations, when he'd offered his soft-spoken consolation and apologies, it was a shame they hadn't caught this sooner, though pancreatic cancer was a tough one. Alma nodded and smiled. "I'm so glad I wasn't being a baby," she said. "I knew something was wrong." Michelle and Louisa, her two grown daughters, were holding hands while this medical consultation took place, in a room barely large enough for all four chairs. They had not held hands since very early childhood, and seldom even then as little girls. They were not so much holding hands now, as gripping each other's palms, trying to find something solid to hang on to. As soon as the doctor had finished speaking, Louisa let go. Tears sprang to Michelle's eyes, partly because of the terrible news, and partly from the pain of having her big sister pull away. Alma insisted on going out for breakfast afterward with her two daughters, so they drove to the Parkway Diner, close to the hospital, though she'd had no appetite for weeks. A few regulars sat parked behind coffee cups at the counter, reeking of beer at 10 in the morning. Worcester grew alcoholics, Louisa's husband Art once said, the way abandoned fields grew weeds. Mrs. Johansson and her daughters took one of the diner's high-backed leather booths toward the back. Louisa had been relieved to get in her car alone and drive away from the hospital. Well, you never really drove in downtown Worcester. You crawled along, one in a series of cars trying to navigate potholes and death traps. The hospital sat on a hill. That was one building she was always glad to leave behind in her rearview mirror. She had always hated it. The hospital had changed considerably over the past almost 30 years, which had been the last time she'd spent any extended time at Memorial. But all the same, the place gave her a deep-down, sick and queasy feeling. She couldn't ever forget approaching those glass doors as a teenager, week after week, each time with the same feeling of dread, heading over to the burn unit only to be told again to go away and come back in a few days. "Come back in a week, young lady. Come back in a month." She had begged rides, and had even, though her parents didn't know about this part, hitchhiked from North Worcester just to stand in the same burn care lobby, arguing with the same soft-spoken nurses. "Your friend isn't quite ready yet, dear. He needs his rest. Next time, call us first." And now here she was back at Memorial again, this time for her own mother.